everybody. Good morning. It is 9:30 a.m. on Thursday. It is Cotton Cuts time today, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so let's get going, you guys. So questions submitted by you guys. Go to cottoncuts.com/live. Our first question today comes from Yana, longtime watcher. Hi, Yana. This one's from you. She lives in San Francisco, California. So her question is, my questions originate from the 5x5 Saturday Social. How do you feel about AI-generated marketing and outreach images that have become so common on social media? What is preventing you from using real photos of, for example, Cotton Cuts employees having fun on an imaginary island? Okay, so I love this. Who's going to seek info to us with her gone? Patch, we'll get you sorted. We'll find you a contact. Okay, so let's talk about this question a little bit. So I love AI conversations. Understanding that AI is super controversial, you guys. It's a new tool. It's being adopted, there's fear, there's adoption, there's a whole bunch of things going on with it. But let's talk a little bit about Yana's question on the Saturday Social. So for those folks that are participating in our 5x5 Swell program, every Saturday, we post engagement images in our group, check-in images, questions, kind of ways to connect people virtually in the Facebook group. And this is a structure that we had to put in place when we were part of a former organization that was kind of telling us what we could and could not do. And so part of that is every 30 minutes, we put an engagement question into the group just to make sure you check in, make sure you guys are out there, have fun, learn a little bit of something about each other, and just make a connection. And so we have created this character called Waverly, short for Wave. This is a character that Dominic created. So our team was brainstorming, what are we going to do? How are we going to put a mystery element into the new 5x5 program? And Dominic's idea was he loved reading Encyclopedia Brown as a child. And so his idea was to create this character called Wave. And we would follow Wave's adventures for a short period of time. And then we would dodge and weave and, iterate and evolve. But we really liked the idea of having an Encyclopedia Brown level mystery that could be solved in parallel because, again, the 5x5 is a short mystery. So let's have a short mystery in it as well. And so Dominic had this idea and he created this character and he created the story that everyone's reading each week as they sew their Swell mystery together. And so we kept that character and that environment in the Saturday Social posts. Now, for some of them, we are using AI to generate some of those images. And the idea is all of the concept for the content as well as the concept for the character is definitely generated by humans, but we're using AI to enable those images to make them cute and fun and engaging. Now, with that said, right, AI is super controversial. So there's a fear of AI out in this world, and I get and I understand and completely get that. I watched Terminator as a kid. I know there's a fear of AI. However, I believe that AI is eventually going to morph into a tool that we just use and it just exists and it is just there, much like electricity and our cell phones. If you guys can think back to when cell phones were first invented, people were thinking they were going to get brain cancer because of all the cell phone waves going through the air. And don't hold your cell phone too close to your chest because it's going to give you cancer. That might be true. Time is telling that might also not be true. And I feel like anytime that we have a new technology or something new like this, there's always pros and cons. Here at Cotton Cuts, we use AI as a tool to enable our work. It's never going to replace our work. And I want to talk about jobs in a second here, but we use AI as a tool. It makes us better, faster, stronger, and it allows us to do more while still using AI. And so we still have people that are generating the images. If you've seen our thumbnails on YouTube, those are created by our very talented intern, Ashlyn. She's not using AI for that. That is completely her design. That is completely her brainchild. She is using it. But we're using AI in other places just to give us information so we can do better and more for you. Talking about jobs, I gave a presentation at the middle school last year, and there was a little 7th grader. His name is Axel. I've known him since he was a young kid. And I was talking about things I do at Cotton Cuts, and I was talking about AI, and he raises his little hand, and he says, "Mrs. Moose, is AI going to be eliminating jobs at your company?" And so make this kid a news reporter because he's fantastic and amazing. And what I told him is actually AI has created more jobs at Cotton Cuts. Because we're using AI, we can actually have more opportunities and we've created jobs using AI. And I know that job elimination is a fear of AI, that AI is coming to take your jobs away. And I feel like that's akin to when electricity started, that they thought oil and gas jobs would be going away. And here we are like years into the future. And when we think about electricity as a whole, that completely changed the way we as humans operate, right? We used to be beholden to the sun in order to dictate our day. With the advent of electricity, we now have all hours of the day that we can work, that we can play, that we can do all the things that humans are intended to do. So that rants, right? So we use AI here at Cotton Cuts. It's a tool. I know that I see a lot of AI images online, to get to Yana's point about seeing AI images online. And so I see a lot of bad AI images. And I see a lot of, I actually, we were working in Meta, and there was an image proposed to us by Meta that had like a sewing machine going through someone's chest. Like she was sewing from the side and it came out of her chest. And so I don't think there's necessarily bad AI. There's just lazy humans. And so that's basically just being super lazy and like, yes, use that image, or, not putting in proper commands and not using the tool correctly. So when we see bad AI, it is truly lazy humans that are doing it. And I feel like there's a whole education that needs to happen to make sure we're using the tool effectively versus just using the tool and misusing it. We should hire an artist. So we actually have artists on staff. We have graphic designers on staff, Mary Beth. And so we've actually added more to staff in the recent times. And so we have artists on staff. They get paid a fair wage. They're definitely using and creating, but they're creating at a higher level than they have been in the past because they're not necessarily taking the hours of creation time that we had to use in the past. Now, at the same time, I've told my team, always, AI gets you 80% of the way there, but we have to put the human touch on the end. And if I ever see anyone taking AI and using it exactly one for one, like that's a no for us. It is always going to have a human touch at Cotton Cuts. It'll always have human involvement, but it is something that we are using. And it is something that, to be clear, a lot of companies are using now that you don't even know. The fact that you're watching this video, AI probably directed you in some form or fashion to come watch this video today. Every time you touch your cell phone, there's an AI touch and involvement. I do understand there's concerns. Nobody wants to live next to a data center, just like nobody wants to live next to a power plant. There's some environmental concerns. Let's see those play out, and let's see kind of what the real environmental impact is. Using water as a form of energy, right? That might be a good idea and that might be a bad idea. It all just depends on really how this evolves and changes over time, but it is rapidly evolving how companies are using it, how people are using it, and really going to be changing. I'm seeing it now. That changes the way that education setting is going. We have lots of interns on staff now, and they're being trained on how to effectively use AI. That's part of the education system now. They're still being taught to think. They're still being taught to put in the appropriate prompts and still being able to maximize that effort because, like I said, there's no bad AI, there's just lazy humans. And so that's really kind of my position on AI. We're definitely changing the way we're doing some things. So the Saturday social posts, we're going to keep Wave as a character. We're going to create other characters. Saturday social is going to be changed because having this virtual setting where we're putting out prompts and you guys are engaging with each other doesn't feel truly Cotton Cuts. It feels something that we had before. And so look for that to change for us. And we're going to be having Zooms, and we're going to be having breakout rooms and ways for you guys to actually connect and interact together that are more than just putting a comment on a Facebook post. And so that is all going to be changing, you guys. But our team here, we have a mix of AI as a tool, not as a single point of content creation for us. All right. So what I want to see for you guys is, I know you guys are saying this, and I know you guys see bad AI all the time. I see it as well. And the renderings of humans using AI, I mean, that's just never a great idea, right? We'll take photos of people. If you look at our Instagram page, that's photos of actual employees doing actual work. That's photos of me actually talking. My image is not in AI to generate fake videos of me. I think that's silly. Anytime you're using real humans, it has to be real people. And that's always going to be the case for us. Anytime it's animated, we can use an artist. We can use an artist using AI. All those things play together nicely. So I want to hear from you guys when you see these quilts online that are impossible to make and that are generated by AI. What does that make you think of? What does that make you how does that make you feel? And then what if we got to the point where you could not tell if it was AI or human generated? And does that impact you as a quilter and as a sewer? All right. There was another piece in here. So Yana also talked about what is preventing you from using real photos of Cotton Cuts employees and having fun on an imaginary island. Okay. So I love this idea of an imaginary island for Cotton Cuts employees and photos to be on, but we live in St. Louis And the only real water we have is the Mississippi River, which they call it the muddy Mississippi for a reason. We could take photos, but then we would have to use some sort of image editor that's probably powered by AI to then move into this imaginary island, right? So I think it's something that maybe there is an opportunity there to do more integration of our human faces into this specific type of imaginary content. I think we'll take that feedback back to the team and see what they can come up with for our next iteration. All right, so let me know if you guys have any comments. I know it's a contentious topic right now. I know that it is something that there's a range of opinions on this, but it is something that, I was an early adopter of Chat GPT. And so it's just one of those things, once you get used to it, once you start working with it, it works, but then it doesn't work. All right, Yana, hopefully that answers your question. It was a fantastic question. Thank you for that. I'm always happy to talk about AI and the good ways to use AI and the naughty ways to use AI.